Hello everyone. Today in this video we will break down all the chapters from Footprints Without Feet into simple and easy explanations. We will cover the story and the key points you need to focus on for your board exams. So forget your books and notebooks for now and just listen closely. I'll make sure you will understand everything in no time. So let's begin with the first lesson, A Triumph of Surgery. This is a humorous and heartwarming tale. The story revolves around Tricky, an overly pampered dog belonging to the wealthy Mrs. Pumphrey. Tricky is fed unhealthy treats constantly, means regularly, leading to his laziness and poor health. When Mrs. Pumphrey panics, she calls upon the skilled vet, Mr. Harriet, for help. Mr. Harriet takes Tricky to his clinic and applies a simple yet effective remedy, a strict diet, and regular interactions with other dogs. In no time, Tricky regains his energy and vitality, much to Mrs. Pumphrey's delight. Now, the key points you need to remember for your exams while writing answers. First is Tricky, a fat and pampered dog, is overfed by his rich owner, Mrs. Pumphrey. Tricky becomes lazy and unwell. Mrs. Pumphrey calls the vet, Mr. Harriet, for help. Mr. Harriet takes Tricky to his clinic, puts him on a strict diet, and lets him play with other dogs. Tricky recovers quickly, and Mrs. Pumphrey is overjoyed. Message: overindulgence can harm. A balanced lifestyle is essential for good health. Now, next chapter, The Thief's Story. The Thief's Story introduces us to Hari Singh, a young thief who meets Anil, a kind-hearted and trusting man. Anil takes Hari to his home, unaware of his real intentions. Over time, Hari learns values like trust and morality as Anil teaches him to read and write. When Hari steals money from Anil, guilt takes over and he decides to return it. This story showcases how kindness and trust can bring about redemption. Now, key points. A young thief, Hari Singh, meets Anil, a kind man who hires him as a cook. Hari plans to steal from Anil but feels guilty because Anil trusts him and teaches him how to read and write. In the end, Hari returns the stolen money and decides to change his ways. Message: trust and compassion can transform even the most unlikely individuals. Now, the next chapter, The Midnight Visitor. This thrilling tale revolves around Osable, a clever secret agent, and Fowler, a writer eager to see some action. Osable's calm demeanor contrasts with Fowler's expectations. When a spy means jasoos, Max appears to steal important papers, Osable uses his wit to outsmart him. By fabricating a story about balcony outside the window and pretending that help is on its way, Osable causes Max to leap out of the window in panic, only to discover there was no balcony. Now, the key points. Osable, a secret agent, meets Fowler, a writer, in his hotel room. A spy, Max, tries to steal secret papers by threatening Osable with a gun. Osable outsmarts Max by creating a story about a balcony and pretending help is on the way. Max jumps out of the window in panic, but there was no balcony. Message: presence of mind is more powerful than fear or aggression. Next chapter, A Question of Trust. Horace Danby, a respectable lockmaker with a secret, steals once a year to support his passion for rare books. During one such robbery, he encounters a woman who claims to own the house. She tricks him into opening the safe for her, leaving him to face the consequences. The irony is clear. Horace, the master criminal, gets deceived. Now, key points. Horace Danby, a lockmaker, steals once a year to buy rare books. He plans a robbery but is tricked by a woman who pretends to be the owner of the house. She cleverly takes the jewels and leaves the Horace behind to be caught by the police. Message: crime doesn't pay. Even the cleverest can be outwitted. Next chapter: Footprints Without Feet. In this gripping tale, we meet Griffin, a brilliant scientist who discovers a formula to make himself invisible. Instead of using his discovery for good, Griffin misuses it for thefts and mischief, becoming a fugitive. The story explores the consequences of misusing science for selfish gains. Now, the key points. Griffin, a brilliant but eccentric scientist, eccentric means sunky, discovers how to make himself invisible. He uses his invisibility to commit thefts and escape without being caught. Griffin becomes a fugitive, misusing his discovery for selfish reasons. What is the message? With great knowledge comes great responsibility. Now, the making of a scientist. This inspiring narrative follows Richard Ebride, a young boy whose hobby of collecting butterflies evolves into a passion for science. Guided by his supportive mother, Ebride wins numerous science fairs and grows into a renowned scientist. His dedication and curiosity highlights the value of perseverance. Now, the key points. Richard Ebright, a curious and hard-working boy, starts collecting butterflies as a hobby. With his mother's encouragement, he develops an interest in science and wins many science fair awards. His hard work and dedication lead him to become a successful scientist. Message: passion and determination have the way to success. Next lesson: The Necklace. The necklace portrays the tragic tale of Matilda Loisel, a woman dissatisfied with her modest life. She borrows a necklace from her wealthy friend to attend a grand party but loses it. Matilda and her husband spend years repaying the debt for a replacement, only to discover the original necklace was fake. Matilda Loisel, a poor but ambitious woman, borrows a necklace from her wealthy friend to wear at a party. She loses the necklace and replaces it with an expensive one, putting herself and her husband in debt for years. Later, she learns the original necklace was fake. Message: be content with what you have. False pride can ruin lives. Next chapter is Bholi. This empowering story follows Bholi, a girl neglected by her family due to her appearance and speech impediment. Her life changes when a kind teacher encourages her to study and gain confidence. When her parents arrange her marriage to a greedy man, Bholi boldly refuses and choosing to care for her parents instead.